It's midnight. Jordan's office is dark except for the glow of her laptop screen. Now her eyes are bloodshot from hours of chasing AI dreams that simply won't pay the bills. The chatbot she built is live, but it just called a loyal customer Mr. Canceled Order. And the phone, it's silent. Too silent. Because nobody's buying yet.
That's the moment where most founders freeze. You're stuck in technician mode, trying to fix the machine yourself, patch the code, tweak the prompts, hoping it all works out somehow. But here's the brutal truth. If you don't lead like a transformer, not a technician, your business is sinking faster than that midnight coffee.
So today, we're going to stop spinning your wheels. We'll tear down the 7 hidden pitfalls that trap you in that late night loop. Then we build your blueprint for transformation because your business deserves more than patchwork and prayers.
So, are you ready to stop laying bricks and start building skylines?
Hello and welcome back, my brilliant entrepreneurs. I'm Kim,
And I'm Hal.
your host here on Small Business Big AI, the podcast where we slice through the noise, ditch the tech speak, and give you real world strategies to build a business that works for you, not one that owns your nights, weekends, or your sanity.
Because let's be honest, most of what's out there is either Silicon Valley hype or $10 a month tool spam. Here, we serve up smart systems, tactical wins, and strategies that get you both freedom and revenue.
Now, if you're just joining us, welcome, because this is part 3 in our hot summer series on mindset and messaging. Now, we're rewriting the playbook on how small business owners think about AI, leadership, and growth in this whirlwind digital era.
Think of this as your official permission slip to stop grinding like a Titan and start leading like a transformer. Because here's the deal, small business, big AI insiders, you can't build a technology-enabled skyscraper by just slapping a few bricks together. You've got to envision and design the whole damn skyline.
Or you'll end up buried in data mud, fiddling with shiny toys that don't pay the bills.
And no one wants to be the guy holding the wrench when the building's on fire.
So picture this. Your business is a skyline and you are holding the blueprints. Now, do you lay bricks yourself or design the whole city? Think about that giant machine we talked about last episode. The one, where we taught prompt engineering kung fu. But here's the kicker. Raw muscle? It's not enough.
70% of AI pilot projects stall out before they earn a single dollar. That's a scrapyard full of expensive paperweights.
And paperweights, hey Hal, they don't pay the bills. So show me something that moves the revenue needle, not just another shiny robot suit.
Fair enough. But here's the big question. What's the personal stake for Jordan, the sole founder grinding 12 hours a day in Des Moines?
Ah, Jordan. Well, her technology-enabled superpower, it's rusting on the shop floor because she's stuck laying bricks instead of building skylines. Now, that's the technician's trap. And the clock, it's screaming louder than ever.
I've been Jordan. I told myself hustle beats strategy every time. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. Hustle without vision, that's just busy work dressed up.
And here's the brutal reality. Only 12% of small firms actually invest in AI training, Hal. Now, that means a staggering 88% risk obsolescence.
One wrong weld, and Jordan's skyline stays a dream.
So, listeners, I want you to ask yourself, which are you, the busy bricklayer or the visionary architect? Now, what's your next move while the clock's still ticking?
Because if you leap without a plan, you free fall.
Remember this: small steps lead to big changes. Start with the blueprint.
And today, we're exposing 7 hidden sinkholes, 7 pitfalls turning chief doers into chief doom scrollers. And we're telling you how you can dodge them with city planner finesse.
So stick with us. This is where the transformation begins. Welcome to sinkhole number 1, the data quicksand. Now, you step in thinking it's solid ground, and then next thing you know, your entire AI project is sinking faster than a beach chair in wet sand. So, picture Jordan late at night. Her eyes are heavy, staring at her screen. She scrapped together 5 years worth of customer spreadsheets into one folder that she labeled AI Ready. Then she hits run, expecting magic. And what does she get? Marketing copy that calls her loyal clients dear first name.
Classic blunder. Garbage in, hallucination out. That's like laying bricks on top of jello and hoping for a skyscraper.
Yeah, Harvard's Analytics Labs warns dirty data torpedoes 84% of machine learning projects. Now, Jordan's data looked clean on the surface, but under the hood, I mean, it was messy, inconsistent, and full of duplicates. The AI is trying to build on a city of mud.
Jordan thought, data cleanup? I'll knock it out on Saturday after the kids' soccer practice. Fast forward 5 days. Still knee-deep in spreadsheets. And the clock on her runway is ticking louder than ever.
And that sinking feeling, it's not just frustration. It's the slow bleed of wasted time and money. Because when your data's a mess, every AI pilot you launch is destined to stall.
We've all been there. Late nights wondering if we'll ever get ahead, watching competitors launch while you're stuck scrubbing data.
So here's your city planner test for data quicksand. Would you pour concrete without surveying the soil? Now, if your answer is no, then budget at least 30% of your AI spend on data hygiene, like labeling, cleaning out duplicates, and governance. That's not overhead, it's insurance.
Otherwise, you're building skyscrapers on quicksand. Good luck getting your banker to ensure that.
And Jordan's rescue plan? A focused 1-week data sprint. So purge duplicates, tag everything with clear labels, lock formats before training round 2. Small steps that lead to big changes, remember?
Boots back on firm ground. But even with clean data, there's a hallway of ghosts ahead. The place where AI pilots go to die before they earn a dime.
And that's pitfall number 2, the proof of concept purgatory. And trust me, you do not want to get stuck there.
Coming up next, why your shiny demo might be your biggest enemy.
Join our growing community of small business owners who are using AI to transform their businesses. Subscribe and be part of the conversation. Okay, welcome to pitfall number 2, the dreaded proof of concept purgatory.
Sounds like a horror show.
True. So just picture Jordan pacing through a hallway line with dusty demos and half finished prototypes, Hal. Now, each one a shiny promise, but frozen in time. Now, they look great on paper, maybe even get a nod of approval at a pitch. But when it comes to real revenue, crickets.
I've got scars from this hallway, Kim. Remember when we built the AI native blockchain app for regenerative agriculture?
Yeah.
State level recognition. Then it sat collecting dust like a high school trophy nobody cared about.
Yeah, that's the McKinsey 7% choke point in action. It's where most AI pilots, they stall out, trapped in isolation, never even hitting the cash register. It's that shiny demo graveyard.
Look, pilots are vital. They're how founders test ideas without blowing the budget. But here's the catch. Do you budget for a rollout when you launch, or just hope the pilot magically turns into revenue?
Well, that's the problem. Jordan's slick AI chatbot is stuck, trapped inside a demo laptop while her competitors are launching the real deal.
Easy to say, just launch, when you got deep pockets. But Jordan, she's bootstrapping every penny. She can't front load 6 figures on a structure that may never pay off.
Well, then give the pilot a 90-day kill switch, Hal. Now, either it hits a revenue or a cost savings target, or you simply pull the plug. Hello, city planner test. Does this prototype connect to real streets, or is it just a pretty diorama?
All right, fine. I get your point. So Jordan names a dollar goal, picks an integration champion, blocks calendar time for rollout before the next shiny toy hits the desk.
Right, and experiments are fuel. The guardrails are the engine. Now, without both, you're just flooding the gas pedal while still in neutral.
So Jordan's demo gets a second chance, a ticket to the production floor. But here's the catch. Who's running it? Her weekend crash course in prompt engineering won't cut it.
Right, Hal. So cue pitfall number 3, the talent illusion. Now, this is when the phrase, "I'll learn ChatGPT by Sunday," turns into, "Why is this bot insulting my customers on Monday?" Stay tuned. Ready to take your small business to superhuman levels with AI? Well, subscribe to Small Business Big AI and start building your technology-enabled superpower today. Now let's talk about pitfall number 3, the talent illusion. That magical place where founders believe a weekend binge watch of YouTube tutorials turns them into prompt engineer ninjas. Now, Jordan just promoted her office manager to AI ops lead. Now, she's a sweet person, but zero experience with data or AI. And she's staring at the prompt sandbox like it's ancient hieroglyphics. Does that sound familiar?
Guilty as charged. I once Googled train a model in 24 hours at 2 a.m. All I trained was my espresso machine, not the AI.
Well, Hal, that's because a study from Microsoft found that teams that actually know how to drive AI tools see productivity gains of 40%. Now, without that, You're handing folks the keys to a race car with no driver's manual and a stick shift that they've never seen.
So why didn't Jordan budget for training when she scoped for her pilot?
Because cash is oxygen, Hal. She barely covered payroll. She couldn't, afford those pricey boot camps.
Boot camps aren't always feasible for bootstrappers.
Then onboard differently. Pair your rookie with a seasoned freelancer for 30 days. Or maybe cheat sheets, daily stand-ups. It's way cheaper than rehiring after burnout. If you can't upskill, then outsource.
City planner tests. Does every new AI tool come with a training permit? If not, no install. Simple as that.
So the rule of thumb here is budget 30% for data cleanup, 30% for talent and change management, and the remaining 40% for the tech itself. Now, if you flip that ratio, you flip your chances entirely.
So Jordan's office manager gets a guide instead of a blindfold.
But while they're learning, guess what's piling up? Bills. Compute bills. Next stop, pitfall 4, the trust gap. When your customers and regulators start side-eyeing your black box bot.
Another small business faces backlash after its AI-powered chatbot leaked customer addresses.
Did you hear that? That headline on TV. The tool worked until it didn't, until it shattered confidence. And once trust breaks, sales follow it out the door. Welcome to pitfall number 4, the trust gap. Now imagine Jordan's shiny new AI chatbot, meant to be her technology-enabled superpower. Well, it asks a VP client for their social security number to speed things up, it says. And the client, a lawyer, who immediately screenshots the conversation and blasts it all over X.
Yikes.
That's the trust gap in real time, Hal.
A YouGov poll says 62% of Americans don't trust AI to act ethically. That's more than half your market waiting for a reason to run.
So Jordan panicked. No playbook to explain why the bot asked that. No transparency. And that silence, louder than any apology.
Building transparent AI frameworks costs time and money. Jordan's margins are razor thin. Should she stall growth, chasing perfect compliance?
How she can't afford not to. Deloitte lists reputational risk as a Gen AI red zone. Now, one breach can tank your customer lifetime value faster than marketing ever could fix.
City planner test. If your customer asks, why did the bot say that? Can you roll out the blueprint on demand? If not, you're building without permits.
So Jordan's rescue? Well, number 1, a disclosure banner that says AI assistant in beta. Now, here's what it can and can't access. And then you could do number 2, a human-in-the-loop override on sensitive data. And number 3, weekly audit logs emailed to top clients. Small moves equal big trust dividends.
The lawyer stays. Jordan invoices another day, but every new endpoint is a door for hackers.
So next stop, pitfall 5, governance and cyber exposure. Now picture a skyline lit up at night, each window a possible break-in.
Don't go anywhere.
If your business disappeared tomorrow, would anyone even notice? Well, don't just listen. Become a small business Big AI insider. Subscribe and get ready to dominate. Okay, Hal, look up at that skyline. Lights glowing on every floor. Beautiful. Until you remember each lit window is a possible break-in point. Now, that's governance and cyber exposure in a single image.
Jordan just flipped all those lights on at once. New endpoints everywhere. Chatbots, inventory sensors, marketing, dashboards. Great until a hacker sees a buffet.
And the hackers are looking. According to Trend Micro reports, a 400% spike in AI-specific attacks in just 1 year. Now, one misconfigured API key, one overlooked vulnerability, and your bots handing out customer data like Halloween candy.
Access granted.
Can we be real? Were you a small business or solo business? Full enterprise governance feels like red tape. Jordan's revenue isn't Fortune 500. Why strap her with enterprise-grade processes?
Because breaches don't scale politely, Hal. Now, Data Robot pegs the average AI-related breach at $4.9 million. Now, that would sink Jordan's whole company, not just her first quarter.
But the checklist alone looks like a phone book, Kim. She's already stretched thin.
Then prioritize the power moves.
Power moves?
Yeah, Hal, like zero trust by default. Authenticate every model call, no exceptions. Or quarterly red team drills. Invite friendly hackers before the hostile ones arrive. Or audit trails on tap. Logs showing who touched what prompt, when, and why they touched it. Now, city planner test. If the night guard calls at 2 a.m., can you trace which window tripped the alarm in under 5 minutes? If not, well, beef up the blueprint.
All right, Jordan hires a part-time security engineer, sets up log alerts and sleeps easier, but all that vigilance burns compute cycles, and the cloud bills start creeping up higher than her mortgage.
Which drops us straight into pitfall 6, the vendor lock-in and cloud cost trap. Now, think of it as paying rent on every square foot of that skyline forever.
How do you keep the view without losing the deed? Stick around.
Hear that? That endless receipt printer. That's the sound of cloud fees stacking up, line after line after line. Welcome to the vendor lock-in and cloud cost trap.
Ooh, Jordan just got her monthly cloud bill, triple what she budgeted. Every tweak to her chatbot spins up fresh GPU hours she never tracked.
And switching clouds isn't a flip of a switch. I mean, OpenAI alone lost $9 billion last year, and they're still fighting hard to keep Jordan's few $1,000s locked in. Their exit clause, a maze designed to keep you stuck.
Come on, Kim. Multi-cloud sounds great in theory, but spinning up mirror environments? That's architect couture that Jordan can't afford.
Okay, well, city planner test. If rent doubles tomorrow, can you move your storefront across town without shutting down? If the answer is no, negotiate now before the rent hikes hit.
So what's the game plan?
Exit clauses in every contract. 30-day notice, data portability guaranteed, and at least one sandbox pilot running open source. outside the landlord's walls.
Treat cloud spend like utilities. Audit monthly, renegotiate annually, keep your skyline lit without selling the deed.
Wallet triage done, but even with costs contained, one PR blowup can topple the tower.
Next stop, our final sinkhole. Pitfall 7, the credibility cliff.
One wrong headline and your skyline becomes a punchline. So let's see if Jordan can stick the landing. Don't go anywhere. If you've got questions or just want to continue the conversation, join me on LinkedIn or Facebook. The info is in the show notes. I'd love to hear what's on your mind as we navigate this AI journey together.
No comment.
Hear that swarm? That's the credibility cliff. One misstep, one viral misfire, and your entire skyline starts to tilt.
Jordan's bot just called a longtime customer Mr. Canceled Order. The clip hit TikTok, 300,000 views in 2 hours. Headline screaming, can we trust AI-run mom-and-pop shops?
Well, Deloitte maps 4 general AI risk zones: legal, ethical, cyber, and operational. Now, Jordan just tripped all 4 in a single push notification.
She did data cleanup, budgeted rollout, beefed up security. How did this slip through?
Because credibility is fragile, Hal. Now, Jordan skipped a human empathy test before launch. No real people in the loop to catch tone-deaf outputs. So tell me, how many hours did you waste last week firefighting because you're stuck in technician mode? Now, can you really afford that? Well, here's a nightmare scenario if you ignore this. One viral blunder and customers flee. Your reputation tanks. Sales dry up. Your technology-enabled superpower becomes your Achilles heel.
So what now? Hire a crisis PR firm she can't afford?
First, Hal, own it. Public video apology within 24 hours. Explain the fix in plain English. And then second, roll out a 3-layer guardrail.
Like what?
Well, number 1, a pre-flight sandbox with extreme prompt tests. Number 2, real-time sentiment monitoring, flagging sarcasm, slurs, and wrong names. And number 3, a rapid revert switch, one click back to human service until the bot's been patched.
City planner tests. If a brick falls, can you seal the street and reroute the traffic before someone gets hurt?
Doable. It takes discipline, not millions. And once the apology video lands, follow with the behind-the-scenes blog. Transparency buys back trust faster than any discount code ever will.
The skyline's shaky, but it's still standing. Jordan just turned a potential PR crater into a masterclass on accountability.
And Hal, that's the point. With the right blueprint, even a stumble becomes a foundation stone. Now, small steps that lead to big changes, powering a technology-enabled superpower your market can trust. So, in a nutshell, when small business owners swap their chief doer hat for that of chief architect, the biggest stumbles aren't from tech alone. They come from thinking that AI is a quick bolt-on, underestimating messy data and people challenges, and skipping the governance that keeps experiments from turning into costly or embarrassing misfires.
Lessons learned the hard way. The key is to listen closely to those early warning signs before you step into each trap.
Initiating shutdown, shutting down systems.
If you remember nothing else from today, remember this. AI isn't optional anymore. It's not about chasing every shiny tool. It's about mastering the mindset. Stop chasing perfection and start chasing progress. While your competitor's still figuring out ChatGPT, you could be building your own technology-enabled superpower. Now that's it for today's episode of Small Business, Big AI. Thanks so much for tuning in. When you implement the Transformers Blueprint, spotting those 7 technician traps, architecting your visionary role, and deploying AI partners strategically, you're not just boosting productivity, you're transforming your entire business model.
But here's the uncomfortable truth. If you're not learning this, your competitors likely are. In a world where digital visibility is everything, ignoring AI isn't just risky. It's handing your competitive advantage to someone who's already faster at adapting.
And speaking of adapting faster, next week's episode might just be a game changer for some of you. It's called You're Not Behind, You're Building Bravery, the Psychology of AI Adoption.
Because the real difference between those moving forward and those stuck in the loop is not intelligence, it's not tech skills, it's courage. Courage to try, courage to fail, courage to say, I don't know everything, but I'm ready to learn.
Until next time, keep embracing change, keep innovating, and remember, the future of your business is bigger than you think. And the steps you take today will shape the legacy you build tomorrow. Now, I'm Kim.
And I'm Hal.
And this has been Small Business, Big AI. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you in the next episode.